Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in this video we will be learning about acoustics, that is class number 2, and in this video we will be learning about reverberation time. Okay, so let's start with the basics. Consider a surface, okay, and when the sound energy is incident on a surface, let's look at what happens. Some amount of sound energy is reflected, some amount of sound energy is absorbed, and some amount of sound energy is transmitted through the object. So reverberation and echo deals with reflected sound energy. Whatever the sound energy that is reflected from the surface, it has two properties, that is reverberation and echo. Okay, so now let's look at the difference between both of them. Echo is the reflection of sound waves with a time fraction that enables the brain to distinguish between original and reflected sound waves. What this states that, consider there is a sound wave, okay? Consider you're standing on the top of a hill and you're shouting hey. So when the original sound wave travels and incidents the first surface, it will reflect back, okay? So there will be multiple mountains, okay? So there will be multiple reflections towards your ear. So when you can distinguish between the original and the reflected sound waves, it is called as an echo. So now what is reverberation? Reverberation is a reflection of sound waves where the time is so less that the brain cannot differentiate the waves. Okay, consider yourself standing in an empty room and you are shouting hey. So there will be multiple reflections towards the ear and your brain cannot differentiate the original and the reflected sound wave. So in that case, the reflected sound energy is known as reverberation. See this graph. This y-axis indicates sound pressure level and x-axis indicates the time. So consider this as an original wave, okay? So the time difference is so large that your brain can distinguish the reflected waves. So that is known as echo. In this, consider this as an original sound wave, and when the reflected sound approaches your ear, the time difference is too small that the brain cannot differentiate. So that is known as reverberation, okay? See the time difference. There is possibly no time difference in this. So this time when the wave incidents and reflects back to your ear, okay, this time is known as reverberation time, okay, in case of reverberation. So this negligible time is known as reverberation time. Let's play a demo of what echo and reverberation looks like. Hey, 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 hey. Hey. So now you have heard clearly that what echo and reverberation actually looks like. So in terms of reflected waves in reverberation, the time that takes is known as reverberation time, okay? In other words, reverberation time is the time required for the sound to fade away or decay in a closed space. So when you are standing in an empty room shouting yourself, so after some time the energy will fade away, which means you cannot hear the sound anymore. So that time is known as reverberation time, okay? Sound in a room will repeatedly bounce off surfaces such as wall, ceiling, floor, tables, okay? So now, how to calculate reverberation time? Reverberation time is 0.161 into V divided by S into A, okay? Reverberation time is equal to 0.16 into volume of a room divided by S stands for total surface area of the room into A is the absorption coefficient of those surfaces, okay? So A is sound energy absorbed by the surface divided by total sound energy incident on a surface. So consider a surface in which the sound energy is incident. Okay, so some amount of energy will be absorbed and some will be reflected and some will be transmitted. So the energy that is absorbed by the surface divided by the total energy that is incident on the surface is called as absorption coefficient of that surface. Okay, so let's see about this point later after understanding the meaning of actual reverberation. So we saw the formula RVT is equal to 0.16 into V divided by S into A. Okay, so S into A is nothing but total surface area into absorption coefficient, whose units is meter square Sabin. Okay, meter square is the total surface area and Sabin is the unit for absorption coefficient, because this term was defined by a person named as Wallace Sabin. Okay, remember, this is very important point. A is equal to 1 for open windows and doors. They are the most ideal sound absorbers. So suppose you are standing in a room, okay, you are standing in a room and shouting. So most of the sound will be absorbed by this window, will go out through this window, which means there will be no multiple reflections of the surfaces. Okay, that's why the sound absorption coefficient for windows or open doors is 1. Okay, so how to find the average sound absorption coefficient? Suppose you have multiple surfaces like walls and floors. Okay, so this will have a particular sound absorption coefficient and this will have a particular sound absorption coefficient. So A average for an entire room, A average is equal to A1 S1 plus A2 S2 up till how much number of surfaces you have divided by S1 plus S2 plus how much number of surfaces you have. Okay, so this is the basic formula for finding A average. That is average of a sound absorption coefficient. Okay, now let's see, suppose consider we have a room of 5 into 4 into 3 cubic meter, which is length into breadth into height. Window area is given as 2 meter square and curtain area, this curtain area is given as 4 meter square. Okay, coefficient of absorption of wall is 0.05, which means A for wall is equal to 0.05. Okay, and curtain's absorption coefficient is 0.3. This has 0.3. We know A is equal to 1 for windows by default. Okay, so how to find the value of S into A? So we know the total surface area is 2 into LB plus BH plus LH. Okay, total surface area for cuboid, whatever you can say, that is equal to 2. By solving you get 94 meter square, but it has a window area of 2 meter square, right? So the total surface area becomes 92 square meter for the walls and floor and ceiling. Okay, you should consider the entire cuboid, which means you should consider the ceiling, you should consider the wall, you should also consider the floor. Okay, so you should consider the entire room surface area. So S into A quotient for walls is 92 into 0.05. 92 is the surface area for walls in 0.05. So for window it's 2 meter square into 1, that is 2, and for curtain is 4 meter square into 0.3, which gives us 1.2. So the summation of S into A is equal to, by adding these three quantities we get 7.8 meter square Sabin. Remember this unit. Okay, so reverberation time is given as 0.16 into volume, that is 5 into 4 into 3 divided by 7.8. Okay, that will give you the answer 1.23 seconds. So this is how you have to find the reverberation time for a particular given question. Now that you have understood the normal meaning of reverberation time, there are certain standards which you need to follow. For a concert hall, reverberation time should be 1.5 seconds. For a lecture hall, which should be 0.5, cinema hall should be 2, auditorium should be 2 seconds. which means sound should fade away within this time limit. Okay, so reverberation time is nothing but time required for sound to fade away. Okay, so that is reverberation time. So there is another concept, that is room constant. Okay, room constant is nothing but R is equal to total surface area into sound absorption coefficient divided by 1 minus sound absorption coefficient. Okay, so that is room constant. This is not such an important content, but let's see. Room constant helps in decide whether the space is an reverberant or absorbent. Here the average coefficient of absorption. Suppose room constant, the value is higher, which means most of the sound is absorbed. Okay, most of the sound is absorbed, which means the volume of a room is an absorbent. Okay, if R value is less, which means most of the room is an reverberant. Okay, so now there are two more main parts. L is equal to 4 into volume of a room divided by total surface area. This is for the mean free path. So if you have a room and there are multiple reflections of sound waves, okay, so the average length of the sound wave is given by L is equal to 4 into V divided by S. Okay, and the number of reflections of a wave is given by volume divided by mean free path. So number of reflections of a sound wave is given by volume divided by mean free path, where L is equal to 4 into V divided by S. Okay, so this was the basic concept about reverberation time and echo. Now what happens if you don't control the reverberation time? Okay, you know reverberation time, the sound can be annoying, right? So you should be able to control the reverberation time. So how will you control the reverberation time? By adding materials like carpets, curtains, even humans absorb sound. So A average, that is A1 S1 plus A2 S2 divided by S1 plus S2 up till how much surfaces you have. Okay, so most of the questions in GATE are based on reverberation time, and in lecture 1 we saw about intensity and all. Okay, so thanks for watching my video up till